Hi, I'm Nick Snarr, and I am doing a persuasive speech on why kids in the kindergarten to fifth grade level should not have homework or maybe little to no homework. So, when kids get extra assignments after school, it can lead to a whole bunch of problems like sleep deprivation, unhealthy levels of stress, as well as many other health problems. So, from my own perspective, I'm not a big homework fan, and I know a lot of people feel the same way, but I definitely understand the importance of it, especially from a middle school level on up, high school and college, and especially in a class like math where, you have to have the lesson understood to move on. Otherwise, you're going to get left behind. So it's kind of important to have that key thing drilled into your head. That's where homework would come in and help. But when I was younger, it just sort of felt unnecessary. So when I was in school, from that age range, I would wake up, and first thing I do in the morning after getting ready and all that was go to school just like everyone else. And after this 7 long hour school day, maybe take 30 minutes to an hour to get home, and bam, it's 4:30. And most kids around this age range, they have a bedtime, so it just leaves a lot of very little free time in the afternoon to do stuff. So at my school, I had a very short recess, only about 20 minutes. And when I was younger, it was a little different. Maybe we had a little more kind of playtime and free time, but still in second, third, fourth grade, we only had 20 minutes of recess. And that just is not enough time because kids need that break. You need a break from education. The school day takes so much time. And this is especially important for kids who have some sort of aftercare who wouldn't get home till super late. I knew somebody in my school who didn't get home until around 8 o'clock, would do his homework on the way home from school, and it was just hard for him. And by that time, he had to go to sleep. It was already too late. So that's just all the other reasons why it's, kids need a break. It's just unfair for them. And another major thing that can be affected by this is any sort of extracurricular activity. So many kids do sports. I played basketball, soccer, football. I did track for a year or two after school. And this all, is important things that, kids should not have to go away from because homework is affecting their schedule. This applies not just for sports, but anything like piano lessons or dance class or something like that. I took piano lessons at one point and went from school, piano, to soccer. And that, by the time that was all over, I had an hour, maybe an hour or two. I got dinner and I went to sleep, so I had to do my homework in the car. And this is not even anywhere close to the hardest situation. There are kids out there that have even worse situations. They have zero time, or they have even more difficult homework. So this especially applies to younger kids, why they should not have homework, because with all the activities in schools, students and all the other things you're going to do, solving math problems and stuff like that, kids are, those little ones, they're really tired when they get home. They're really out of it. They need a break. After reading several chapters, or they just feel out of it mentally. And the stress of having to complete homework every night can affect the student's performance at school as well. If students feel super overloaded, they're going to come to school the next day exhausted. And, some teachers are out there that are just going to keep repeating the same process. They're just going to keep assigning more work every single night. And kids are going to come in the next day with not getting enough sleep. And this should definitely not be a problem for anyone of the age of, between 5 and 10. And a major issue is homework is going to be a lot less effective at home, than learning the stuff in school, which, not that they're not already doing, but when you go home, a whole array of problems can, come up to just have the homework can be completely pointless in the first place. Like, homework might be too difficult sometimes for somebody to understand, and the teachers are not always available, so the student will lack resources and able to, complete this assignment. And, many times parents get caught up doing their kids' homework for them, so that already ruins the purpose of it. And parents in themselves are already, I'm sure very busy. So they don't have time to do all that. So this creates a level of stress amongst them that, they don't want their child to fail in school, and, that's just it for them. I'm sure many people can relate to having, their parents stay up with them late at night trying to finish like a project or something like that. I know I've been there, and that's, I could just tell my parents were really annoyed with that, but, they don't, going back, they don't want to have that stress feeling. They want to have their child, they don't want to be that bad parent in their mind. So, and I know other people, do you really want to be that parent in 20 years, staying up with your kid at night trying to finish some, a little school project? It's just ridiculous. So, and another reason why, this is just not a good idea is because students can just cheat at home. They don't have a teacher there to, watching them. Their parents might be busy doing something else. And once again, that just ruins the purpose. So, studies have also shown that many kids are on the same schedule as their parents, which, if you just think about that, that's insane. Parents work hard 9 to 5 jobs, and I don't think a kid should, have to use the same kind of mental capacity, that long during the day. Once again, they just need a break. Levels of anxiety, going back to health issues, levels of anxiety amongst younger kids has skyrocketed in the last few years as, homework has just increased over time. And, for all these reasons, I'm just going to say kids need a break, and homework should not be considered essential. I might argue that the whole school day as a whole needs to be shortened, but, I think we need to at least start with homework.